Welcome, fans. Thanks for joining us for this Friday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. We've got the visiting team and the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Outside, Edwards. Clock at 6. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. And so here's the home team. Pass to Horde. Fires the 3. Gabriel. It's good on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Here is Edwards. The 3 ball. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
When he's hitting that shot, this offense becomes scary, even more difficult to defend.
Yeah, no question. When he is connecting from those kind of spots on the floor, it is just a huge boost for what they can do offensively.
Six to shoot. Shoots from the elbow. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field. No good with the layup.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
To the wing on the left. Here's De Silva. And the 3 off target.
They're 1 of 4 here to start, looking to get into a flow offensively.
Here's Gabriel. Edwards defending. From 11 feet away. That one off the back iron and out.
And so far, the team just 1 of 5 in that rim shrinking.
Misses from close range. Here's Gabriel. Lays it up off the glass.
And their plan working to perfection there, if that was their plan. And if it wasn't, maybe that should be their plan.
Outside, Edwards. Off with the layup. There's the drive.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
First personal foul, first team foul.
And the first one at the line is good.
Taking 2 shots.
He hits both from the stripe. .156 left here in the first quarter. Six on the shot clock. Driving to the basket. Comes up empty down low. Edwards gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Pass to Horde. The tray. Hands it from downtown. Horde's got 5 points so far.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I was able to catch up with the head coach of the home team. Now, I asked him about trying to slow down Trae Young, and the coach said you have to get the ball out of his hands. He can hurt you with the pass and with his shot. I'm not going to be surprised if you see them blitzing and doubling him a good portion of the game. Back to you.
Thanks, David. Here's Lloyd. Scoreless thus far. It's good from long range.
That's pretty unselfish there. He sees that there's a better shot on the perimeter and bang, just kicks it out.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Now here's Edwards. He has 5. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
And they have a narrow edge here in rebounding early on, and you wonder what kind of a role that's going to play moving forward.
Pass to Gabriel. And good that time. He has 5.
Now, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. They're up by 9. And back with the start of the second quarter. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Edwards gone 2 for 5 tonight. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Personal foul, first team foul. At the line.
The first one falls.
Edwards. 2 shots.
And Edwards drops them both.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Edwards defending. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. And that goes out of bounds. And they retain possession. Napier, he's checked in for Edwards.
Napier.
From outside the arc, knocks down the 3-ball.
Dead-eye shooting from them this quarter.
And here's Napier. Floats one. That shot off. Pass to Randolph. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Down to 5 on the shot clock. To the left wing. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
To the away team.
Napier with it. Giffey. Good, and it's Napier with the assist that time.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Napier covering. Randolph a screen. Pocket 6. Shoots from the high post. That one, no good. Booker against Randolph. Now here's Napier. Still scoreless. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Napier covering. Outside Randolph. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. On Sunday, then on Friday. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. And stolen by Napier. Out to the right wing. There's 1:38 left in the second quarter. Shot clock at 6. Launches a 3. Sinks the triple. 6 points for him.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
And stolen by Napier. Pushing it up the floor. Off target at the rim. Napier's gone 1 of 3 on the night.
Away team foul. First personal foul. First team foul. At the line for 2.
And he makes the first. And so he hits both.
Well, a big fella with the ability and confidence at the free throw line is something that every team wants. You don't have to make those late substitutions. Keep your big guys on the floor.
Goes back up. Can't capitalize inside. Outside Randolph. Here's Cohen. Nice move. Rejected by Booker. And here comes the break. Giffey. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Good on the bucket. His three-pointers off the mark. With 2 seconds left.
He did not do that. He did not just do that.
So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Up 9. We've got more hoops coming your way in just a moment.
One of the best ways to control the game, take care of the boards. Don't give up second chance points.
And at the offensive end.
And right now, thanks for joining us.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, a quick little lean like that is going to get the ref's attention. Foul call.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Edwards looking it over.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
There's the drive. Here's De Silva. Still yet to score. Just 3 to shoot. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
How about the concentration? He gets hit, but stays with the play and gets the finish.
Here's Gabriel. Launches it. That one doesn't go. Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Out to the wing. Another shot. He gets that one.
And he should thank the D for those 2 points. Nobody paid much attention to him on that play.
Maccabi. Edwards defending. Pass to Lloyd. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Here's De Silva. Sinks the three-pointer. De Silva's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Okay, good game plan. Start the second half. 3 of 4 so far from the field.
He takes it in. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Edwards drives in, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Edwards got 9 points.
Yeah, 80%. Is that a good number from the field? I think so. 4 of 5 here shooting. Terrific start.
Maccabi. Edwards defending. Here's Ward. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the little pump fake. Oh, here's Edwards. Tight defense on him. Here's De Silva, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
The possession's just way more efficient, I think, here tonight. Taking smarter, better shots, moving the ball around. That's helped them to get back in the ball game.
That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. And the layup's good off the glass.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Outside Edwards. For the tie. Gabriel with the rebound. It's a close game here in Philadelphia. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. De Silva with the rebound. Now Edwards. He's got 9. Pass to De Silva. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
We've got 1:08 left to play in the third.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
First personal foul, 4th team foul.
Ford's gone 1 of 4 from distance. Outside Edwards. With the floater. No good on that one. Edwards gone 3 for 8 tonight from the field. Lloyd the pass to Gabriel. There's 38 seconds left to play in the third. Got a piece of it. Here's De Silva. Second shot opportunity, and that's 2 points on the layup. He's got 5.
Such a big part of what he does for this team. Just work and work on the boards, generate second chance opportunities, and hopefully convert.
Good. Outside Edwards. Pass to De Silva. He can't hit that time. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. They're up by 3. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this one?
What an advantage if your off guard can make plays so valuable.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth.
Well, if he wants to make the defense work, he's got to start knocking down the threes. Only one so far in this game for him, and none since halftime.
Six on the shot clock. Edwards defending. From outside, off the mark. Shoots. Can't nail the jumper.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
And here they come, pushing it up. It's tipped.
Home team foul. Number 45. Second personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. 6 to shoot. Here's Napier, and it's good. 2 points. Guys, they're holding on to the slimmest of leads.
Yeah, and you can't afford to let that thing get any slimmer.
Outside for Randolph. To the paint. From downtown. No good that time. Here's Napier. Shooting foul as, folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
Napier taking 2 shots. The play will be reviewed. There will be 2
tell what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
That one drops. He ties it up.
And shaking his head moment there, had a chance to put them out in front, but at least they're tied up.
Napier covering. The shot's good.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Fourth quarter of playing. We're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Driving inside. Outside for Randolph. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
All the officials are all over that one.
First one falls for. And Randolph drops them both. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Good on the triple.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
Two minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Pocket 6. Napier covering. Hooker pulls it in. 1:41 left here in the fourth quarter. To take the lead, he lays it in.
2
two teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
1:36 left to play in the final quarter. Fires the three. No good that time. Napier with it. He's against Randolph. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. This one for three. That shot no good. 1:04 left in the fourth. He's covered by Randolph. And it's going to go the other way.
That could be costly. When the game is hanging in the balance, the last thing you can afford is to turn it over.
Timeout, timeout.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, the head coach of the home team had some words for the team during the break. Now, he emphasized it's anybody's game right now. He told his guys to focus on finishing the task at hand and not to get distracted. He wants them to go out there and play with authority. Kevin?
Thank you, David. 36 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Gabriel with the rebound. What a big possession right here.
No doubt about it, guys. The tension is palpable.
Lloyd the pass to Gabriel. Here's Lloyd. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
Jokibitis. Trifecta. And so the home crowd treated to a win. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced
weekend, everyone. It's the NBA on Saturday night, presented to you live on 2K Sports. Alongside Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. We'll be joined by Ali LaForce courtside. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Pass to Horde. Here's Lloyd. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Jokubaitis. That one rolls around and rims out. Here's Papanikolaou. Uses the glass on the layup.
As pretty much any coach, that's how he'd like to start the game.
Fires for 3. Drills it from deep.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Puts up a 3. The shot by Vezenkov, no good. Here's Horde. Plenty of space. Connects. The jumper drops. Horde's got 5 points.
Coach is loving the ball movement.
Left side Fournier. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. You'll gladly take those.
And the basket is good.
They've come out strong, 3 of their first 4 to start the game.
Rebounded by Gabriel.
Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised that it ended up going their way with the miss.
The 3 is up. The offensive rebound. Second chance shot. And it's good on the layup.
Stayed with it, and his effort is rewarded with the second chance bucket.
Outside Fournier. Pass to Vezenkov. For 3. Sinks the tray.
You want to run your offense through him, a reliable scoring option.
Vezenkov's gone 1 for 2 from the 3-point line. Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. Here's Lloyd from deep. The rebound by Vezenkov. Here's Papanikolaou. Connects from downtown.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
About 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Here's Lloyd. No good on the 3.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
To the paint. Here's Vezenkov. Misses the layup.
That's just a bucket. Oh, look, you expect him to make. It's tough when you miss those.
Here's Lloyd. Takes the 3. It's hauled in by Fall. Here's Fournier. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
Taking 2 shots.
And he's good on the second. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Ali LaForce.
Thanks. I caught up with the home team's head coach. When I asked about guarding the big man, Domantas Sabonis, he told me his versatility is really tremendous. I told our guys to be aware of not just his scoring ability, but to clog up any passing lanes they see, because he can really move the ball too. It's going to take a total team effort from us. Let's see how things play out.
Thank you for that, Ali.
Good play call and good execution. The offense running on all cylinders.
Lloyd. And so the ball out of bounds. Fournier touched it last. 46 seconds left in the first quarter here. Took the opportunity when he saw it. Lloyd's got 7 points in the game.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
Outside Fournier. Four on the clock. Pass to Vizenkov. Now here's Fournier. Here's Papanikolaou. Kept alive. And a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out. Ugh.
Oh, yeah, you think you got to stop, and it's wasted because of sloppy work on the glass. You literally practice that every day.
Here's Horde. The three. He can't hit that time. And a good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. They lead by 1. And the second quarter about... And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
They're off to a rock-solid start. They brought a well-thought-out plan into this one.
Well, let's see if they're able to keep it up. So far, their shot selection and ball movement has been on point.
The shot by Evans, no good.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Here's Gabriel. Oh, nice fake, but the layup's off the mark. With the drive. Yep, that one's good.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Lays it up and banks it in. Gabriel's gotten his second bucket of the game.
No need to risk a shot from range when you can take it inside.
Here's Evans. Quarter number 2 and about a minute in. Pass to Dorsey. From outside the arc. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
Out to the right wing. There's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
A minute and a half gone in the second quarter. Here's Randolph. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. On Tuesday, then on Thursday.
What a great opportunity for this team to take a step forward. They have some tough road games coming up, and that kind of stretch can bring a team together. Winning some of these games would be huge for their overall confidence.
Clock is at 3. And there's the screen. Sends it home from three-point land. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Evans. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Pass to Randolph from deep three-point land. Six on the shot clock. Second shot opportunity. Oh, clanks that one. He's 0 for 1 to start.
Got a good look there, but just not able to hit from the mid-range.
Peters' shot is good.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Personal foul, first team foul.
And he knocks down the first one.
At the line for your home team, number 3.
Second free throw, no good. Here's Dorsey. He buries it from 3. Dorsey's got 6 points.
Now shooting the 3 ball at almost 60%. They've been blazing this second quarter.
They set the screen. Three-pointer. Hits the three-pointer. 6 points for him.
They're making a few more threes this quarter, trying to cut into that deficit.
Pass to Evans. And he's going to the line for 2. And they want a second opinion on that call. The signal for the coach's challenge has been made.
Shooting for the away team. Evans taking 2 shots. The play is under video review under the NBA rules. 2 minutes are allowed to review the play.
The NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
A minute 20 left in the first half of this one. Gets it to drop. Now 2 of 4.
Breakdown for the defenders, and you can't ask for an easier bucket than that.
Drives to the hoop.
Now, BA, you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. Launches a 3. And that one's good with extra effort on the glass.
They have a decent advantage in regards to rebounding.
Pass to Randolph from the arc. No good, and that makes him 0 for 3. From behind the arc. The shot won't fall.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
And he slams it in one-handed.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point.
Hey, yo, right here, right here.
On the take. No good from outside. Here's Dorsey. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And so that brings the first half to a close. He's up by 8. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break.
Welcome, everybody. And as
These first-year guys, very impressive so far. Now it is, who can sustain this level of play?
So let's dig into that first half now, and what was a very solid performance for the visiting team. And that's a wrap on halftime.
And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books. One half to go. Here's Papanikolaou. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Pass to Gabriel. And that's a foul called on Evan Fournier. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here's Horde. And fouled as he went up to dunk. Good aggressive move. He'll shoot a pair.
Nice job to go at the rack and force the foul.
This is his first trip to the free throw line tonight. The first one falls. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Here's Fournier. Can't connect from short range. Fournier's gone 1 for 3 on the night. Here's Horde. Blocked! Fournier with the ball. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Here's Fall. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Fall's got 6.
and they've really managed to dominate inside.
Here's Lloyd. Fournier covering. There's a screen. Here's Lloyd. Lets the three fly. Pass to Gabriel. Just 4 to shoot. There's the triple. It's hauled in by Fall. Fall's got 6 rebounds in the game.
Off to a bit of a slow start in the second half. 0 for 3 so far. You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up, oh yeah, you're done.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
An ominous start to the second half. They are now 0 for 4.
Pulls up for 3, and the three-pointer goes. Fournier's got 6 here in the quarter.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Well, Grant, we've heard some out there say dynasties are dead. And these days, there are a lot of teams contending for titles.
Well, the NBA is happy to see all the competition. But, you know, this league has been defined over the decades by dynasties. We'll see if their epitaph has been written.
Pass to Vezenkov from deep three-point range. Rebounded by Gabriel.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistently. A much-needed bucket after clanking their first 4 shots.
Here's Vezenkov. Rebounded by Gabriel. Gabriel's got 4 rebounds now. Down low. Drops in the layup for 2. Gabriel's got 7 points in the game.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
Fournier, and that one's good.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
The home team calls timeout.
There's just a lot of wide open lanes to the rim here. That'll drive your coach nuts.
Yeah, we can see over here, the coach, he has some choice words for his team. Words we cannot repeat.
Trying to claw their way back into this.
And the best way to do that, minimize your mistakes and take good shots.
And it's in there. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Here's Papanikolaou. Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
And I just love how he's making the effort plays that everyone around him appreciates.
It is certainly making an impact tonight.
Offensive rebounding is about hustle and determination. Huge putback, making a statement there.
It's stolen. Here's the break. Here's Fournier. Missed inside with the second effort, and Fall gets it to go. Fall's got 10 points in the game.
And that's a backbreaker for the defense. I mean, offensive boards like that run momentum against you.
And you can see them just deflate after giving up that score. And they know that they can't dig themselves out of this hole if they're allowing second chance points.
Here's Horde. Off the mark there with a 3. Horde's gone 2 of 5 from the field here. He takes it in. Here's Papanikolaou. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line.
Personal foul.
And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight.
At the line for the away team.
52 seconds left in the third. Jokubaitis, Fournier covering, and a missed layup. And here's the fast break. Finished off the break. Fournier's got 10 points in just the second half.
He's been a steady presence for them. Nice to have that kind of safety net at the offensive end.
They need this. And there's the rejection. Here's Papanikolaou. Pass to Vezenkov. The three is up. Doesn't go that time.
And let's be honest, they're winning in spite of his atrocious shooting performance.
And that one is stuffed right through.
Strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. Lets it go from deep. Nails it from beyond the arc. Vezenkov's got his second basket.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
The home team calls timeout. The home team calls timeout. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. They lead by 18. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest.
He notched one deep ball in the first half, but you start to get the feeling he's finding his rhythm out there now.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. All right, Grant, do you feel the non-superstars are making the money they should?
Well, BA, it's a topic in every CBA negotiation. But I think we're trending in the right direction. But it seems like there's always more work to be done. They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Here's Lloyd. That three's off the mark.
The perimeter game has failed him thus far. Hit one from range in the first half, but nothing since.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
The first free throw is good. And he makes both free throws. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
They set the pick. Jokubaitis. Three-pointer off the mark. Just over a minute played here in the fourth.
While he's a bit undersized for a 4, he more than makes up for it with his bounce.
To end the run. And that's 2 points on the layup.
The defense had him confused early on, but he's responded in the second half with some assertive play.
Evans, no good with the triple.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
The shot's good.
And I love it. Challenging the bigger defender and showing plenty of heart.
He's not going to back down from anyone. Got to commend the fearless attitude right there.
Finished off the break.
Coaches love those hit-ahead passes, advancing the ball as quickly as possible.
Home team foul. Jokubaitis. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now.
And that puts them just 1 foul from the bonus.
Second personal foul. Third team foul.
Here's Peters. No good on the quick 3.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
And it's Dorsey with the rebound.
Credit the D. They made it really hard on him.
From deep. He can't get it to go. And they're on the run. Here's Lloyd. Three-pointer, no good.
Okay, now I think he's starting to get in his own head right now. Maybe he's overthinking things a little bit, and as a result, he's just been off.
And the free throw, no good.
Peters. at the line for one.
Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. Here's Evans. Counted. Evans has gone 3 for 7 from the floor so far tonight. Here's Lloyd. A quick shot there. It's off target. Here's Dorsey. Hits the jump hook.
As usual, terrific effort from him. Unwilling to let the possession go to waste.
Launches it. That shot missing.
Yeah, you know, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Here's the three. Knocks down the triple.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
A minute 39 left to play in the fourth quarter. Shot clock at 5 to halt the run. It falls. 5 for 11 in the game. A minute and a half left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Evans. The three is up. No good.
Yeah, and the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
Now, we don't pick favorites, Richard, but did you have a favorite road city?
Well, it depends on when you ask me, B.A. I love New York. That's my favorite city. I was born in L.A., but there's nothing like going home to Phoenix, Arizona, where I grew up.
Shot clock at 2. Jokic counted from distance. 54 seconds left in the final quarter. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
It's turned into a showdown here. Dueling from distance.
Take that, he says. I see your three, and I'll raise you another 3.
Out to the wing. There's a screen. 4 on the clock. Here's Horde. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. And they forced the shot clock violation. Great D.
Home team ball.
And so the road team gets the W in this one. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that, that says a lot about this squad.
They really came in looking...
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. We've got the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Evan Fournier, and it's Fall in at the 5, down low.
And the first of many
to come. Explosive offensive talent on both sides.
Boy, I tell you what, that's going to be like a pinball machine, the way that scoreboard's going to light up.
Here's Papanikolaou. Here's Vezenkov. Here's Fall. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does. Cashing in on the interior, making it look all too easy.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I was able to catch up with the head coach of the home team. We talked about tackling the quote-unquote Sabonis problem. Coach said, we want to challenge Sabonis as early and often as possible. We'd rather see him pass the ball than find his own shot, and especially inside. Well, they'll try to battle Sabonis in the paint. See how that works out. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Here is Edwards. 5 to shoot. Pass to De Silva. A second chance effort. Misses at the rim.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
They get it again. Fall. Banked in off the glass. Fall's got his second bucket tonight.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
Now here's Edwards. Pass to De Silva. Fires from the wing. That one's a miss. His third shot of the game. He's made one of them. Here's Vezenkov. The putback. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there. Just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
So he gets them both. And the home team has possession. It's a 5-point game. Edwards looking it over. And that time, also a missed shot. Now here's Fournier. Not a lot of room. Inside. That one's good. Vezenkov.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
They set the pick. Edwards drives in. Here's De Silva. Buries it from 3-point range. De Silva's got 5.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Edwards defending. Here's Vezenkov. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
3 points. And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Yep, that one goes in there.
And, you know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
To the wing right side. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
Boy, terrific play there. I thought even with all the contact, he still was going to get that shot to go down.
He hits both from the stripe. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played. Now, here's Fournier. He's guarded closely. Pass to Vezenkov. Here's Papanikolaou. Up again. Can't get the putback. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. .109 left in the first quarter of the game. Outside Edwards. Pass to De Silva. It's good from long range. 9 points in the game so far.
He's looking confident right from the opening tip.
Takes it inside. It's blocked. And that one ends up out of bounds. They'll keep possession. Here's Vazenkov.
And just no fear, guys. I mean, he is willing to mix it up in the paint with the big boys.
From the baseline. Edwards, no good. Up top, Fournier. From down in the low post, it goes. Fournier's got 5 points so far.
You know, even when you think you've got Fournier bodied up, he still finds a way to slither to a score.
Right side, Edwards. With the drive, pass to De Silva. And he's good on the 3-ball.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Here's Vazenkov. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
De Silva with the bucket.
And really, he came into the game with that long-range shot looking great. But he could wind up with a crazy number of threes today.
A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. Up 2. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out of the gate.
Well, the player and ball movement has been excellent. Finding space, operating in space, and when they've gotten open shots, they've knocked them down.
They've got Fall, and it's Papanikolaou in at the small forward position. Lets the 3 fly. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Pass to Booker. Shot clock at 6. Offline with his 3. And we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Shot by Papanikolaou, no good. Lets it go with the 3. Here's Booker. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. Booker's got his first basket.
That kind of energy and hustle on the glass usually produces good results.
For the 3. Offensive rebound.
Away team foul. Evan Fournier. First personal foul. First team foul. At the line for your hook. Substitution on the court.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Here he goes, and he banks in the layup. He's got 6.
Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
Milutinov, defended by Booker. Peters passes to Evans. And nothing is falling for him right now. And here's the fast break. Kicks it out to Booker. Right wing. It's blocked. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, improving dialogue between players and officials is a priority. Commissioner Silver says, now with high-fidelity audio, we're all able to hear a lot of what's being said. Now we have to take into account the high-stress environment. But there has to be a two-way sense of respect. I feel it's an area where we can make progress. Kevin?
You know, the commissioner's always looking ahead and looking at every area, which is great for the game. Into the lane. Giffey. No good with the triple. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Knocked loose. And here's the break. Here's Booker. And it's blocked. And so out of bounds it goes. They'll keep possession. Giffey
just has lost the feel in terms of scoring here in the second quarter.
over to the left wing. No good on the three. Driving the lane.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Napier with it. Evans is there. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
That's exactly how it should be done. Get the bump, concentrate on the shot, and you'll get the bucket too.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Defended by Booker. Offensive rebound. He can't get that one to fall. To the left side wing. 1:03 left in the first half of the game.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Peters with the bucket.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Napier with it. Evans is there. Back to Napier. Six to shoot. On the wing, Booker. And it's off from three-point range.
Hey, how about imagining if they were hitting their shots, how big the lead could be. But so far, that's not been the case.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, don't give them another possession here.
Drills it from outside. We've got 13 seconds left in the first half. Evans goes in. The three ball. No good. Got it off in time. No good on the last second attempt there. And that does it for the first half of play. Up 10. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
They're up because of the three-point shot, scoring in bunches. It also opens up things down low.
And that's something to watch.
All right, and now that we are in... And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second...
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. So it's the visitors now, trailing by 10. And it's Vazenkov missing.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
We've got Evan Fournier, and it's Fall in at the center.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Pass to De Silva. Fall with the rebound. Fall's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And it's Vazenkov missing.
They have yet to hit a shot. A real slow start here in the second half.
Here's the screen. Here's De Silva. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. De Silva's got 14.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
He is delivering a lot of room service times tonight. One sweet one after another.
Pass to Vazenkov. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. A shot by Papanikolaou, no good.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Outside Edwards. Over to the wing. 4 on the clock. Jacks up a 3. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
It's never easy trying to keep him off the glass. He's an absolute beast down there.
Here's Vezenkov. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good. 10 points for him.
And this offense needed that one after 4 misses to start the half.
Outside Edwards. And he lays it straight in.
That is super efficient, getting in deep and then taking advantage.
Edwards gone 50% from the field, 3 of 6. Driving in, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish.
Maybe that'll help them recapture their edge a little bit, guys.
Here's De Silva. Hits the three-point bomb. De Silva's got 5 points now this quarter.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Number 7, first personal foul, first team foul.
Here's Fournier. He has 5.
Old team foul, De Silva. Second personal foul, second team foul.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Pass to Vezenkov. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Vezenkov's got 13.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Here's De Silva. They get the rebound. Edwards. Misses in close. Here's Papanikolaou. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
Now here's Edwards. Defense right on him. He's guarded by Fournier. Shot clock at 3. From the arc. Fall with the rebound. Fall's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. 1:09 left in the third quarter of the game. Back to Fournier. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. He has 7.
And quite honestly, Fournier just has a good basketball IQ, a high basketball IQ. Knowing even before he gets the pass that he's got time and space to shoot.
De Silva, no good. From deep three-point land. No good, shot missing. Takes it off the glass.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
And it's Vezenkov missing. Vezenkov's gone 5 of 13 tonight from the floor. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Edwards drives in. There's the triple. De Silva, no good. Here's Papanikolaou. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Fires from way outside. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Up. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Napier with it. Missed inside. To the paint. Here's Peters. Booker pulls it in. Three-pointer. Booker. Great positioning on the putback.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws come. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
2 shots. The play will be reviewed. The officials will have 2 minutes to review the play.
The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Pass to Napier. From deep. Peters grabs the miss.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Great energy, stayed with the play all the way through.
Fourth quarter now, we're about a minute and a half in. Hands it from downtown.
And this is someone that can really hurt you from long range. He did that to a degree in the first half, and he's doing it now.
Shoots the 3. Booker pulls it in. Booker's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Peters grabs the miss. Here's Dorsey. Hits it from three-point range.
And guys, there are some you can give that shot to, but let's be clear, he's not one of them. Terrible job there by the D.
And he drives in. Ball stolen. Looking to end his cold spell, and it's good on the way in.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
There's a good screen. Pass to Napier. And again, unable to change momentum here. Napier's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Here's Peters. A putback. No dice on the putback jam. Going inside, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through.
Here's Milutinov, and the layup's good off the glass.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here.
Evans with the rebound. Milutinov defended by Booker. And there it is for him.
Milutinov, assisted by Peters.
1:05 left in the fourth quarter. And there's the drive, and he banks in the layup.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
52 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Evans, that's a two-pointer. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. They can more or less wrap it up right here.
This has to be a very smart possession.
Awaiting foul. Dorsey. First personal foul. First team foul.
There's 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. They set the pick. drops in the layup for 2.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff.
Yeah, highly efficient. Nothing extra special there. Just effective.
To the wing right side. Right through the cylinder that time. All net.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. 15 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Lets the 3 fly. Nailed from 3-point land. There's 10 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. It's tipped. And so the home crowd treated to a win. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming...
everybody. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. Brian Anderson here, joined by the Hall of Famer Grant Hill and Coach Stan Van Gundy. We'll hear from Allie LaForce as well. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Edwards for three. Can't get his first shot of the game to fall. Jokic. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And that one misses. And they're on the break. Here's Edwards. Randolph grabs a miss. In transition, here they come. And he converts the layup.
Well, you always want to pass the ball up court on the break. Normally leads to easy points, and we all know those are hard to come by.
Now here's Edwards. Pass to De Silva. There's the triple. Sinks it from distance.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Jokic, guarded by Edwards. Jokic. He can't get that one to fall. It's intercepted. They push it up 4-on-3. And the to finish it off. A beauty.
Talk about taking advantage of the opportunity.
How about the anticipation right there that led to the steal, then he goes straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for. Well, this isn't the start they wanted. Need to just settle down and move the ball for better shots.
Here's Horde. Fires in the triple.
Yeah, the coaching staff has to be happy with how they've shot the ball here early on.
Left side, Edwards. Shot clock at 6. Here's De Silva. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. De Silva's got 5.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look.
Team foul.
Well, if you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Jokubaitis. Soft touch off the glass. 6 points for him.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
And Edwards puts up a deep 3. Nails it from 3.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
De Silva with the rebound. First quarter of play, and we're about 3 minutes in. He drops it from range.
Oh, nice feed. On time and on target.
Jokubaitis, guarded by Edwards. Jokubaitis. Got it. Good job in the low post.
All game long, he's been getting to his spots, and the defense has yet to adjust.
Minute 32 left in the first. Clock at 6. And that misses. That would have put him up. And he drives in. Randolph misses. A minute 6 left in the first quarter. Edwards looking for an opening. A deep 3. The rebound by Horde.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in. Well, his offense is carrying them right now. And even with the defense keying on him, he's making great adjustments on the fly.
And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
Yeah, I'd call this ideal scoring distance. It's almost too easy.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Jokubaitis nails it. He's now 6 for 8 from the floor.
He's putting on a show this quarter, and the team's feeding off his energy.
Launches it from deep. No luck on that one. Here's Randolph. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Can't hit that one. There's the drive. He gets it up. And it's in! Oh! Nails the buzzer beater! Are you kidding?
And credit him for...
And so, lots of scoring in a competitive first quarter. They lead by a bucket. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter. On 2K Sports. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, so far, they've got things rolling along nicely at the offensive end.
Yeah, they've looked sharp early on with their offense, getting good chances and converting what they've taken.
Edwards for 3. Just off on that shot. Just 1 for 7 in the game. Randolph passes to Horde. Here's Randolph. Puts up a three. De Silva with a rebound. De Silva's got his 5th rebound in this one. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. 7 points in the game. And we're now about a minute into this second quarter of play. Floats one. That one's good. 7 for 10 now. Now Edwards. Going inside. Pass to De Silva. To the left side wing. Knocks it down from distance.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Robbed. From deep three-point land. That one's off. He's 2 for 3 in the game. Here's Horde. And the shot's good. Horde's got 5 now.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
Pass to De Silva. The ball's knocked loose. Here's Lloyd. He's scoreless.
2 fouls for him now in the first half. He's going to have to be really smart going forward.
So both teams making some changes here. Buries it down low.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
From deep. Doesn't go, and he's 0 for 1 from the floor. To the middle. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
3 minutes of action thus far in the second. Outside Napier. Into the lane. Fires the 3. They grab their own miss. Second chance effort, and he sinks the layup.
Oh, beating everyone to the ball. Great activity on the offensive glass.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Count it.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
So it's the home team now, trailing by 5. Pass to Booker. Five to shoot. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
Well, that's easy pickings for him. Unless the defense is all over him, he'll take that all day long.
2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
52 seconds left in the first half. Yep, that one goes.
And they had early success from the perimeter, but I don't understand how they've gotten away from that here in the second.
A tight game here in Utah. Drills it from deep.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
There's 37 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. Six to shoot. Offline with a 3. Ooh, he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. He misses the free throw.
Number 14, taking 2 shots.
Good on the second one. So it's the home team now. 7-point differential. connected. And so we wrap up the first half. Up by 7. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
33.
Lindsay road trip ahead, but that's a challenge they can rise to. Chance to prove their grit.
Yeah, the road could...
And now taking a look at that first half action, it was a less than ideal start for the home team. That's it for us. Thanks for tuning.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Guarded by Edwards. Misses from close range. Driving to the basket. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Edwards got 5 now. The three-pointer off the mark.
That's exactly how you have to defend him on the perimeter. Can't allow any space.
Edwards has gone just 1 of 5 from deep here. Second half rolling along, about a minute played here. Just 5 to shoot. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, and you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
Shooting for the away team.
And he drops the first.
2 shots.
So he gets them both.
And he's shown a great touch at the line. They've tested the big guy, but he's come through.
Away team foul. Number 45. First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court. Away team foul. Randolph. First personal foul. Second team foul.
And there's a pick. Here's De Silva. Six on the shot clock. Fires from deep. He buries it from 3. 13 points in the game.
Well, coaches will take that any day. Don't pass up open threes like that.
Basket's good.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Out to the right wing. Launches it. Rebounded by Gabriel.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
Board. They get it again. Gets some space and buries the jumper. Hord's got 7 points in the game.
Well, you love the unselfishness. Makes the next pass and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
Now here's Edwards. Not a lot of room. Pass to De Silva. Tries again. Randolph grabs the miss. Here's Lloyd, guarded by Edwards.
2 minutes.
Jokibatis, guarded by Edwards. Jokibatis buries it from 3. He's got 19. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have passed. Edwards for 3. Connects from downtown.
exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And there's the drive. Got a hand on it, and that goes out of bounds. They'll keep possession. We've got 1:13 left in the third quarter. Shot clock at 6. Fires for 3.
The defense has adjusted to them in the second half. Now they need to adjust back.
Yeah, he hasn't been at his best this quarter. I'd like to see him be a little more patient right now.
An aggressive move to a strong finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
40 seconds left in the third quarter here. Drops in the 3.
Well, after dropping in 2 triples in the first half, he's now matched that mark here in the second half, and I wouldn't be surprised to see more of those.
Spins. Over to the wing. Here's Horde. He's got 9. Ball stolen.
If you can, use up the clock en route to the last shot.
Yeah, but if you get an open look, you got to think about taking it no matter how much time is left on the clock.
Here's De Silva. Cash money on the open jump shot. De Silva's got 7 points in the game. Here's Horde. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And that'll do it for the third quarter. Up by 5. And coming up as soon as we return. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Just a selfless decision from your 2-guard, showing his ability to get his teammates good looks.
Yeah, that's great decision making and one that embodies a team-first mindset.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. Edwards, that's good.
Yeah, you have to give him a lot of credit here. He's turned things around after a disappointing first half.
De Silva with the rebound. De Silva's got rebound number 7 tonight. And here's Edwards outside. They get the rebound.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
First personal foul, first team foul.
That free throw no good.
Number 7.
And the second free throw is good.
And they need to play good defense here. That trip to the line helped and hurt.
One minute in now in the fourth quarter. There's a screen. 5 to shoot. Fires the 3. The shot misses.
Trying to close out. You got to know who's hot and who's not.
To the inside. No good. That would have tied it.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focused all the way through the play.
He's guarded by Napier. Wide open look. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
Here's my question. Where is the defensive communication?
Well, I can tell you, this kind of defense will drive coaches crazy.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And, guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
Right wing. To the wing, right side. Fires it. Beats the shot clock, but can't get it to fall.
Yeah, not his best night in terms of shot selection. Lucky for him, his teammates have picked up the slack.
to tie it up and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Tries yet again. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Well, that one stings. In a game where every possession counts, he just gave one away.
He's guarded by Napier. Gets the three to fall.
Well, when you give him room like that, just expect it to go in.
We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in. Lets the three fly. Six to shoot. They set the pick. Takes it inside. And he gets that one. That's tipped. In transition, here they come. From outside the arc. It's kept alive. A minute 31 left in the fourth quarter. Goes up again. Now here's Booker, tightly guarded, 2 on the clock. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't take the lid off. Oh, Booker with a block. Here's the break. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in. Booker's got his first 2 points of the night.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
The layup misses. Oh, gets the three to fall.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, over that break, I was able to catch the message that the visiting team coach was giving to his team. They said in the huddle, this is it. No excuses. Let's figure out a way to win. A couple of players spoke as well, firing up their teammates. A great ending could be in store, guys.
Okay, thanks, Allie.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Clutch bucket. A defensive stop now could be all it takes to clinch the win.
Jokic, he's guarded by Napier. Pass to Gabriel. From the top of the key. And so the home crowd treated to a win. What a performance they had here at home today.
I'll tell you what, these are the ones.
Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. Also joining us from the sidelines, David Aldridge. It'll be the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. And a missed layup. Pass to Hoare. Here's the teardrop, and the layup is up and in.
And the first of many to come. Explosive offensive talent on both sides.
And that's the story of the league right now. Most any team can beat any other team on any given night.
Here's Vezenkov. Lets it go from deep. And that one is hammered home.
It'd be nice if everybody took as much pride in his rebounding as he does.
You know what? Greg, he loves that part of the game, and it shows.
Well, but as defenders keep forgetting to box him out, he continues to just make them pay.
It's good. First quarter, just over a minute played. Out to the right wing. Trains it from beyond the arc.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
And it's Vezenkov with the rebound. Drives to the hoop. Papanikolaou, the pass to Fall. Out left to the wing. Pass to Papanikolaou. Outside Fournier. Here's Hoare, and the powerful one-handed slam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now, here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They tell a great story. They're stuck in the same spot, but still a top 10 team.
And you know, right now for the visiting team, they have been very competitive. Maybe a little up and down, but it looked like they were figuring things out. They need to recapture that energy.
Well, the defense deserves to get burned. Absolutely no excuse for leaving him open.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Vezenkov. Hits the jumper in space. Vezenkov's got 5 now.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
And the call will be against Fournier. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Here's Lloyd. Stolen.
And, you know, you could see him baiting into that one. He was just waiting on that pass, and as soon as it came out of the post, he was all over. Some power coming from the PG.
Ah, that's right, GA. Seeing more and more of that these days. Backcourt guys who can elevate.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
And he just elevates and powers in the one-hander.
Textbook. Vezenkov's gone 3 of 5 shooting from the floor. With the drive, and the shot is good. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Pass to Papanikolaou. Picked him clean. And they're on the break.
And that's up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
51 seconds left to play here in the first. To the inside. Can't hit from in close. Jokubaitis. Here's Lloyd. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
And that one misses. And it's going to be out of bounds. And they retain possession.
They got very fortunate there, guys. They should just take their time on offense and not try to force things.
26 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Papa Nicolau kicks to Fournier. Goes up on the wing. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Here's Fall. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Up by 6. Let's take it. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
Pass to Gabriel. Here's Randolph. 6 on the shot clock to the middle. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Now Dorsey. He's covered by Randolph. Ring shot on the way. And he dunks it down.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this lead.
Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Here's Peters. Off target from outside. Covered by Evans. Out to the right wing. Right wing. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the dish.
No good on the free throw. Good on the second free throw. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Here he goes. And it's in there.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that's simply stated a terrific play.
Pass to Peters. Back to Evans. Here's the 3. Doesn't go for him.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And he uses the glass on the layup.
And they repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
To the left side wing. Peters. Milutinov. It's good on the putback.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Takes it inside, and he bangs it home with one hand.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
I'll tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
And the first one drops.
At the line for 2, number 77.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. Here's Randolph. That one's in, his first shot this game.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. A move that likely helped the league's parity has been shortening max contract lengths. Commissioner Silver says we used to refer to it as dead money, a star player toward those end years sitting on the bench. We've reduced max contracts to 5 years, in some cases 6. This way, it moves to more pay for performance. Kevin?
I think, DA, that's a pretty good business decision. It's going to have nice ramifications. Got a piece of it to the right side. From outside the arc, a three-pointer is right on target. Randolph's got 5 now.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Got a hand on it. They retain possession. Had the space there, but it's offline.
Listen, if you're that wide open, you have to take the shot, even if it's not your favorite.
Dorsey, that's good.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Covered by Evans. From downtown. That's a miss. He's made one and missed one. Down low. Does not find the basket. His third miss. He's made just one so far.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
And he gets it to go.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Was shot by Dorsey, no good. Dorsey's gone 1 of 4 so far. Bangs home the trifecta. He's got 5.
And they've done a great job knocking down those long-range shots here in the second, shooting just over 40% from downtown.
And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands. And so that brings the first half to a close. They lead by 14. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Watch these guys from now into the contest. I bet they throw out crazy in-game dunks that you've never seen before.
I feel like they've never... Now we'll take a look back at our featured game. That was quite a performance for the visiting team. That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game, Kevin.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. From past the arc, Peters grabs the miss.
Well, you can see why the defense dared him to shoot it. That's not really his spot.
Back to Evans. Peters passes to Evans. Good on the three-point shot. Evans has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
Here's Lloyd. Tries again. Pass to Horde. Buries the long-range jumper. Horde's got 9.
Second chance points have really been an issue here defensively.
Peters misses.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Traps in the tray. Lloyd's got his third basket of the night right there.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
Kicks it out to Evans. Here's Dorsey. The basket good off the assist from Evans. Evans has got 3 assists tonight.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Third quarter of play. With just over a minute and a half gone by. To the inside. Fournier. The layup off target. It's been a nice stretch for them offensively.
I mean, the communication's great. The movement's been really good. This is solid team basketball.
First personal foul, first team foul. At the line.
First free throw is good. You know, Doris, I'm not sure many people take into account what a grind the NBA season is.
I couldn't agree more, Kevin. And listen, these guys have the best of what's available. They stay at top quality hotels. They have incredible professionals that take care of them. But there is no making up for a lack of sleep when you've played a game at 8 o'clock at night. You leave the arena at 1, and you may arrive in your next city at 4 or 5 a.m. and tip off that night at 7. And this goes on week after week. It is not easy.
Shots good by Horde.
You cannot leave him alone like that, especially from long range.
Horde's got everything to go for him. 5 attempts, 5 makes. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Takes a 3. And it's Vezenkov missing.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And that's going to be out of bounds. No keep possession.
Home team foul. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Drains the three-pointer.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
They need this. Connects from three-point range. Vezenkov's got 10 points.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Jokic. And the 3 off target.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And while we've got a moment, I'd send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, when you look at the draft, it seems talent evaluators have a type. LeBron James says our league is always hungry for potential. That's the whole focus of the lottery. It makes sense that those guys who are taken 16 through 30 are on real contending teams and making impacts. Of course, Kevin, everybody wants to draft the next LeBron. Good luck with that.
Or work with the next David Aldridge, a Hall of Fame. David, thank you.
Number 8, first personal foul, first team foul.
1:14 left in the third. The tray. It fails to fall. Now shooting just a little better than 50%. 5 for 9. Right wing. Shot clock at 6. Horde. The shot. No good. Nice D from Fournier. It's Fournier on the wing. Here's Vezenkov. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
Well, we know this. Fournier is a multi-position guy, and how adept was that pass? Really nice.
Started by Fournier. Pass to Lloyd. And he can't stop the run as he misses. Stolen. For 3. The shot missing. Here's the break. Here's Vezenkov. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Up. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard with the pass right on the money.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
There's the pick. Pass to Dodgier. Another shot. Here's Gabriel. Moves back up. And the pass goes out of bounds, and they'll turn it over. On Tuesday, and then on Thursday.
And looking at the schedule, it isn't ideal in terms of the upcoming games with the amount of quality teams they're going to be playing, but it's also a good chance for you to get some confidence and really see just how good you are.
It'll be a turnover. The ball goes to the away team.
And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Covered by Evans. Drills the three-pointer.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
First personal foul, first team foul.
That free throw missing.
Team number 77, taking 2 shots.
And he's good on the second. Trying to add a few more points to their lead.
And they should just stay with what they've been doing.
About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
Away team foul. Number 45. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Driving inside. Here's Milutinov. They get it back. Fires for 3. Kicks it out to Evans. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
To the left wing. Covered by Evans. Comes up empty down low.
Unbelievable. He blew that. Look, guys, no clue what went wrong there. This is one of those nights. Mistake after mistake, a comedy of errors.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Pass to Randolph. Banked in off the glass.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
Peters misses.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And he makes good on the layup.
You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
Now here's Evans, guarded closely. In the NBA, helping establish academies and even leagues, Greg, on foreign soil. Do you expect more to come?
I do, Kevin. I think the league recognizes it has a big role to play in the expansion of the game globally. Investments being made with the long-term view in mind. Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
A minute 42 left in the fourth quarter. 5 on the clock. To the wing right side. The putback misses the follow-up. Now Dorsey. Driving in. They grab their own miss. Kicks it out to Evans. Pass to Dorsey. There's the 3. Up again. Here's Milutinov to the middle. And it ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
Here's Dorsey. And the 3 ball is good. 50 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Covered by Evans. Pass to Randolph. to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Inside. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. The visitors with the ball. 22 is their biggest lead. And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
Clock at 4. The visiting club takes the win on the road. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win.
Welcome to the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. What a beautiful Tuesday evening it is, folks. And this is Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Brent Barry. Allie LaForce, our reporter tonight. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Pass to De Silva. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Just 5 on the clock. Up top, Edwards. Here he goes. It's hauled in by Fall. Here's Vezinkov. Gets the 3 ball to go.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Now here's Edwards. He's covered closely. Pass to De Silva. The 3. That shot off. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks. I caught up with the home team's head coach. I asked him about how difficult it is to game plan for someone like Trae Young, and coach said to me, I told our players to play up on him. The more he moves and runs around, the more likely he is to get into a rhythm, so we need to stay aggressive against him. Sounds like this might be a very physical game, guys.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Cuts off the pass. Here's Vezinkov. Off target from outside.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Home team foul. Foul. First personal foul. First team foul.
A little over a minute and a half into this first quarter. Pass to De Silva. 4-3. Sinks the tray.
He made the most of that opening, teaching the defense a lesson.
Here's Papanikolaou. Guarded by Edwards. They get it back. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
And this is something he does all too well. Great position for the putback there.
And I like how he doesn't think twice about passing it out. Just going right for the slam.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
Here's Papanikolaou.
Lucic. First personal foul. First team foul.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Here's Vezinkov. And it's all from three-point range. Vezinkov's gone 1 for 3 from the field here. Another shot. De Silva. That misses. Got a chance to tie it.
That's not going to make you a favorite target of your teammates. They'll think twice about feeding you if you're going to keep missing layups.
Ball passes to Fournier. He drops it from range.
He's got the long-range motion going now. Fournier for 3.
Left side, Edwards. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Man, the defender really went after him.
And he can't get the first one.
Number 7, taking 2 shots.
No good on the second free throw. Guarded by Edwards. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
First personal foul.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
First free throw is good.
2 shots.
And so he hits both. And there's 1:45 left to play in the first. They set the screen. Driving in. And that one drops. Edwards gotten 2 of his 3 shots to go tonight. To the wing on the left. Ball passes to Fournier. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flowing rhythm to their offense.
Edwards with it. And that makes him 3 for 4. He's looking good.
He's knocking down most everything, guys. 3 of 4 here.
Now here's Fournier. He's guarded closely. 50 seconds left to play in the first quarter.
Always impressive when a smaller player has a nose for the ball and rises up amongst the taller ones to grab rebounds.
2 points. That one goes.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
Guarded by Edwards. Pass to Fall. Here we go. Here's Edwards. Here's De Silva. Clock at 6. Second chance effort. And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. up 3. And we'll bring you the start of quarter number 2. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
They are looking engaged so far, especially on offense.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
Fast break, here we go. The shot is good, and this game is back to evens.
With the defense trying to protect the interior, he pulls at the arc and drains it.
Pass to Evans. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
There's the drive. Banked it in off the glass.
Now, that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
And we played through the first minute here in the second. From behind the arc. The shot off that time.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Here's Napier. Finished off the break.
And you know, in this quarter, they've really brought up their shooting percentage.
Here's Evans. Out to the right wing. It's no good that time. Booker with the defensive effort. And they're running. Here's Napier. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
I'll tell you what, they are on fire this quarter, taking total command of this game.
Here's Dorsey. Misses the 3. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Misses in close. Here's Evans. He's guarded by Napier. Here's Peters. The layup off target. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Booker for 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. Booker's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And they pick up 2. Booker's got 5 points now in the quarter.
They're really working the paint now.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
To end the drought. Second shot opportunity, and he lays it in.
Second chances are a great measure of what a team is doing in terms of their effort on a nightly basis, and that was some serious effort there.
Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
And you can't leave the basket unprotected. Bad things will happen to you.
Yeah, that was just way too easy.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the 3 ball.
A minute 20 left to play in the first half. Outside Napier. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Booker. Offensive rebound. Ooh, he's looking comfortable now. 3 for 3.
And they're doing strong work on the glass. A +5 advantage for them.
Right wing. Here's Evans. Sinks it from distance. Evans has got 5.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
Beyond the arc. Can't hit that one. And Dorsey gets it to go.
Did you see that? I mean, going right to the rim. That's how you finish in the open floor.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Offensive board. Outside for Booker. Hey, puts up a three. That shot is off. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Up 4. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Make some noise and get ready for the fan half-court shot.
And something out of left field for you guys.
Ernie, left field, this is not baseball. This is a basketball show.
And next up, guys, our current matchup. We're seeing a close game here for the visiting team.
Total team effort instead of 5.
Thanks for tuning in.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Pass to Vizenkov. Tipped away. To the paint. It's blocked. And they'll get another chance. 3 on 3. The 3 on target from range. Vizenkov's gotten his second bucket.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
And it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line.
First team foul.
The 3 ball. The shot off that time. Pass to Edwards. Here's De Silva. There's the 3. The rebound by Vizenkov. Here's Fall. Over to the wing. 3-pointer. The shot that time not on target. It's a neck-and-neck game in Chicago. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
Second team foul. At the line for the away team.
First one falls for him.
2 shots.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 out of 2 at the line. Down to 5 on the shot clock. To the right side. Pass to De Silva. Puts up a deep 3.
Away team foul. Lucic. Second personal foul.
De Silva's gone 2 of 6 here tonight from the field. Guarded by Edwards. Inside and stolen by Edwards. And here they come. Shoots. Wasted no time with that shot, but it's off the mark.
Halftime didn't do them any favors offensively. They've missed 4 of their last 5 shots.
Good work there as it goes. Vizenkov's got 5 points in the quarter.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
Outside Edwards.
And there's just 1 foul now away from the penalty.
Second personal foul. Third team foul.
Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. Pass to De Silva. Takes a 3. Hits a 3-pointer. De Silva's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the 3-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Here's Fall. Now here's Fournier. Out to the right wing. And so the ball out of bounds. Fournier touched it last. The visitors with the ball. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Now here's Edwards. Defense right on it.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes. Home team foul. Nicolau. Second personal foul. 4th team foul.
We've got 1:55 left in the third quarter. Pass to De Silva. Shot clock at 6. And he banks in the layup. De Silva's got 10 points.
Nice offense here. Close in. Great bet to go.
Here's Papa Nicolau. Fall. Controls the rebound and the putback.
Just great positioning to get the rebound and get it back up.
There's a screen. Here's Edwards. Ooh, coming through again. Shooting 5 for 7 now.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
And stolen by Edwards. Here's De Silva. Nails the baby hook. De Silva's got 7 now in this quarter. De Silva's gone 5 of 9 shooting from the floor. De Silva with the rebound.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he laid it straight up and in.
Oh, almost had a 4-point play right there. But he'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
Ooh, good defensive intensity, but you have to stay in control always.
That one misses. And he nails the third.
And they've been so much more aggressive drawing the whistle here in the second half.
Guarded by Edwards. Here's Papa Nicolau. Yet to see a basket. Pass to Vezenkov. 6 to shoot. Jacks up at 3. That shot, no good. Vezenkov's gone 3 of 8 tonight from the field. Down low. Here's De Silva. Ooh, another basket for him. He's 6 of 11 now. A shot to stop the run. Counted from distance. Vezenkov's got 11.
Horrible collapse there, guys. There is simply no excuse to give up a wide-open three-pointer off of the dead ball inbound play.
Here's De Silva. And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. Up by 11. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your... And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. The head coach of the home team had some words for his team over the break. He told his guys to, quote, turn it up, going on to say, only way we get out of this hole is with effort, incredible effort. So show me what you can do out there. It's a big ask, but we'll see what happens. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks once again.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
To the middle. Here's Booker. Knocked loose. Here's Evans. He's guarded by Napier. He got a piece of it. Here we go, one-on-one. Now here's Booker. He's closely guarded. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
And that's 2 awful trips in a row resulting in turnovers. The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted pretty obvious call by the officials.
Got to hold firm or you're going to get a call.
Here's Evans. He's guarded by Napier. The shot by Evans, no good. Evans has gone 1 of 5 on 3-point tries. Pass to Napier. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
Yeah, more points coming from inside. In that respect, they've been the more aggressive team.
Here's Peters. To the inside. And here comes the break for 3. No luck on that one.
Teammates right now covering up for the type of off performance he's having. In terms of scoring, this has not been his best night.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Pass to Napier. Out left to the wing. 5 on the clock. Shoots. Beat the shot clock, but it's off the mark.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
And the gamble paying off.
Here's Evans. He's guarded by Napier. Evans, that's good.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
They've got time on their side here, Grant.
And if they're smart, they'll milk the clock a little.
Back to Napier. 6 on the shot clock. Tries again. Oh, he got him with a pump fake, but he couldn't finish. Here's Evans. And the 3 off target. Evans has gone 3 of 8 shooting from the floor. Drives to the hoop, and he goes in for the dunk.
They've been battling all night. Now they're on the brink of putting this game away.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
Brent, you had a ton of playoff experience as a player. What was the atmosphere of the NBA postseason like?
Well, the intensity certainly picks up, BA, but looking back at it, it's so fun to see the amount of attention that all of a sudden comes with playoff basketball. So many more fans, so many more cameras, so much on the line. It's really where you enjoy all that hard work. Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
And it's good. 2 points.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
To the right side. This one for 3. Peters' shot is good. This is why you want ball movement and player movement.
And that's made it hard for the defense to key in on any one individual.
That one drops for him.
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
Outside Napier. The visiting club takes the win on the road. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the